FBI's Mar-A-Lago raid was just like the Stonewall Riots, says queer log cabin Republicans. The log cabin Republicans have been turned away by the GOP, attacked for being gay, and banned from the party's meetings. And yet they continue to simp for Donald Trump. The party named for the log cabin that Abraham Lincoln grew up in originally stood up for social equality, civil rights, and fiscal responsibility. Now, like political cuckolds, they have rushed to the defense of Trump after his residence was investigated by the FBI. They tout the fact that their annual gala will be held at Mar-A-Lago like they are special dignitaries invited by the Donald, ignoring the fact that the venue can be used by anyone as long as a member of the country club signs off on it. They also compare the FBI raid to the Stonewall Riots, ignoring the fact that one was a specific attack on a demographic of people and the other was part of a criminal investigation with a warrant issued by a judge who was appointed by Trump himself. The response by the log cabin Republicans was summed up best by Slade Sohmer, editor-in-chief of the political news outlet The Recount, when he tweeted, quote, "Is this humiliation kink?" End quote.
That's such a mic drop.
I mean, log cabin Republicans have more tools than a Home Depot.
And they are tools.
And you know what? Simp was definitely the right word because they, like, Donald Trump just has his boot in their face and they just keep on licking it.
Well, let's explain what a simp is, Max.
Good.
Let's explain what a simp is.
So a simp is someone who is just will do absolutely anything for someone that they absolutely adore. They treat like a godlike figure. Usually it's because they think that they're hot. So I don't know.
I had many simps, for many years, and they just do whatever you want just to spend some time with you, and that's basically what it is.
But do you think that the orange turd really gives a hoot about the log cabin? I mean, do you think he even gives them the time of day in any thought process way?
As long as they're willing to pay the fee to rent his space, at Mar-A-Lago. But the real Stonewall equivalent is that raiding of drag bars. That's what Stonewall was. And now we have a governor that literally wants to shut down all drag shows in the state of Florida. That is the real equivalent going on here. These people are just being stupid.
Well, false equivalency would just,
false equivalency.
It should be their subtitle.
Yeah, you know what? It is discriminating against a demographic of people, the most oppressed people in America, which are rich white men. Obviously.
Exactly, we're discriminating against them. You know, it's interesting to me because he wraps himself in a flag. He went for 4 years where the log cabin Republicans trumped him literally with their trumpets. Hashtag walk away, tried to say to the gay community, you should leave the Democratic Party. They don't care about you. You have a home in the Republican Party and with Donald Trump. And in the last month, we learned exactly. We kept trying to pierce this lie over and over again. And in the last month, Donald Trump did it for us. Because in the last month, he came out and said how despicable and disgusting gay people were because they were all groomers. Yeah. And I'm being liberal in my word definitions of Donald Trump, of the words that came out of his mouth. But the implications of what he was saying was to hold off Ron DeSantis, and at the expense of the LGBTQ community. So to fight off Ron DeSantis in Florida and nationally, he throws the LGBT under the bus. My question is beyond being simp. We're going to talk later at dinner, by the way. Why is Donald Trump so adored by the log cabin Republicans? What is it about him that makes them act this way?
Well, the fact of the matter is that the log cabin Republicans adore Ron DeSantis too, which also baffles me.
So the question is why? What is it they're still being so loyal to?
I mean, there's definitely, what is it, they're masochists. Which one is it? The ones that enjoy being punished? Mm-hmm. I mean, because it's clear that they are not wanted and that they are not invited, literally, and yet they keep showing up.
I know.
So it's just the most bizarre,
Does
it's the most
anybody
bizarre
have even
thing.
a
The fact of
reasonable-
the matter is that more often than not, people who are log cabin Republicans are a specific type of gay person, which is someone who is cis, it's someone who's white, it's someone who's affluent, it's someone who will vote Republican for all the other issues outside of LGBT rights. They'll vote because they think they're scared of immigrants, and they're scared of Black and brown Americans. They're scared of all of these other things. They're scared of trans people, and they hate women, and it's things like that push them towards
And
Republican.
I think also the economy, they would say that it's the economy.
They always go to the,
Yeah,
oh, it's
all the
money,
money,
it's
yeah.
money.
We're coming back to money. Is that what we're
That's
saying?
what I think is the biggest
loyalty
reason.
is? Well, it's amazing to me because they were humiliated again this year in Texas for the Republican convention. Oh, you can't even come in the building. We're not allowing you because you're gay to be in the building. Donald Trump's comments about grooming and how despicable it is, what is going on. Ron DeSantis's actions here in Florida, which are just beyond, they border on, frankly, being fascist. And the log cabin Republicans continue to be loyal to them. And they get smacked in the mouth and smacked in the mouth and smacked in
They're
the mouth.
self-loathing, Al. They hate themselves. It has to be.
You know, I've said this before. It is not an original line from me, but one of the hosts, original host at It's Happening Out, Power Infinity, constantly would say to me, Al, what is it you're not getting? There are some roaches for raid. And I always ask these questions because it seems like that's what they are, roaches for raid. LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.